Mills Community Media's coverage of Mills Mohawk Varsity Volleyball. I'm Paulie, and alongside Wes Cote from the Nipmuc Gymnasium, high above the floor, getting ready to bring you tonight's action between the Nipmuc Regional Vocational Technical School. The Warriors are at the Nipmuc Gymnasium to take on your Mohawks. And Wes, we've got a good game tonight, buddy. We've got the 16-2 Division I, currently power rank number 7 Warriors here to take on your 12-5, number 13 seed in Division II Mohawks. And I have a feeling we are really in for a very, very good game. I had a chance to talk with head coach Chris DeMilla before the game. He said he plans to really get after his crew tonight. He's going to try to coach them up as they get a litmus test here early. This is a playoff caliber semifinal, final type of matchup for the Mohawks. If they can get to where their goal has been since the beginning of this season, really for the last couple of years, building towards moments where they could compete with teams like this. And we're going to bring you that action in just a minute. First, we'll take a look at the Mohawk starting lineup as we always do along the back. I see the libero, Frank DeLuca, along Dylan McGuire and Leland Judkins. Along the front, Ryan Fitzgerald, Henry Kagan, Pat Halloran. And we are ready to get underway here. Ball's up and across. McGuire fields it. Overpass is blocked up front, put in, and Nipmuc will get the side out. Or check that, they'll take the point there. Miguel Machado serving for Nipmuc alongside Hayden Hoot-Chintara. Up front, I'll give you the rest of that in a moment. Little miscommunication, and that's going to fall in for the ace. Mohawks have the early 2-0 lead. Dolan Comforti and Logan DeMarso along the front. For Nipmuc, we'll get to the rest of them. Bit of an overpass collected. Halloran puts it down. And let's see, they're going to say they carried that second pass. So Timmy Kraus will check in to serve. Fitzgerald will head off. Pat Halloran with Kagan and Judkins along the front. Timmy sends the miss hit over. He set across. Big swing, tipped over, dug out nicely by Timmy. Free ball by Timmy, thrown deep. They'll set again. Straight up middle, killed. And that is number 23, Logan DeMarzo, with the big swing and kill. He'll head off. And Evan Donlin, the libero. Back to serve. Little left-handed dribble, tosses it up, hits it with the right hand. DeLuca's pass a little bit off target. Kraus with another free ball. They set dump over, and that's something I saw in warm-ups. Number 24, Dolan Comforti, can get a very, very tall setter, can get high above that net. That was a bit of an overpass. He was able to chuck it down for the kill. So Nipmuc with the early lead. Mohawk's a little tight. Kagan tries his own version of that. Halloran up to the task and stuffs it back. Nice kill by the captain, Pat Halloran. And we have a 4-2 game. Nipmuc up early in this one. Leland tosses it up, gets after it, can't get through it, travels long, service error. Right now, the Mohawks look like a team that knows they're going to have a battle tonight. They just got to calm down a little, play their game. They're up for this. Timmy Kraus fields that one. Kagan, Halloran off the block. They collected. We're going to get a free ball here. We get one. Timmy, cross court. Nice pass. Deflected up front. Leland punches at it, and they're not going to be able to get it. McGuire tried to collect that, punched that ball in the back. So the setter, Dolan Comforti, back to serve. We have a quick timeout there. They're set. We have our whistle. Ball's up, on its way. Timmy. Halloran stuffed up front. They dig it out. Set it to the cross. DeLuca scrambles. Halloran Keegan fighting for it. They dump it back. A lot of blocking up front. Keegan across. McGuire fights through the block and puts it away. So certainly plays like that'll loosen this Mohawk team up. They have had an excellent season. Mentioned at our last broadcast, picked up their 7th sweep of the season. So 12 wins on the year, 7 by way of sweep. Nice back set, tipped over. Keegan to McGuire. He punches over the D. They drop it down, and they're going to say carry, a little underhand. Going to be called more often than not. 6-4 as DeLuca heads back to serve. Frank sends the serve. They set it, pass it to the middle, set to the corner, tip over the D. DeLuca going to get the free ball over. Nice defense by the Mohawks. Back sets off target, another tip over. And that is going to be a well-placed kill by Michael Tobin. Mohawks battling 6-5 in this one, trailed by 1. DeLuca sends it into the tape, just short. Service error. Keep it a 2-point game. Albert Awahamed checks in on the front. Nipmuc team very big up front. Mohawks will be up quick. Nice cut. Drive through the middle of the block attempt. Kill by McGuire. Fitzgerald will check in. Krausoff, the lone senior of this Mohawk team. Henry Keegan to serve. It's a good one. They pass it up front. They are able to set, and that is Awa Ahmad with the kill. Certainly can elevate. Takes the good set and puts it away. Tossed up, punched at, change up serve. Keegan back set. McGuire tries to push through it. And Ahmed with the block up front, just kind of hovered in the air, just hung there for a bit. Didn't give McGuire the time to float that up the falling defender. Just stayed in the air for a while. DeLuca passes that up front. Fitzgerald through the block. They punch it up. And that's going to get through the hands of Judkins. Probably was going to be long. Got on him quick. And Nipmuc expands their lead. Biggest lead of the game so far is 4, 10-6. Gekema. Nice back set by Keegan. The block was there. Off target. And the Mohawks can't get to it. A little dump over. We're going to get our first time out of the game. Head coach Chris DeMille slow things down here a little bit. With Nipmuc up 11-6 here in set number 1. We'll be right back. So both teams return to the court. No changes to the Mohawk lineup as Tobin and Fitzgerald, McGuire along the front. Serve on its way. That's McGuire. Keegan back to McGuire. Tries to tip over the D. Another block. And we're going to see a center line violation. Likely McGuire there as they check in with the refs and the body language there a little bit. Dylan in the area for sure. McGuire takes that serve. Keegan, and they punch over long wide, just off time there. So timeout not paying dividends early here. A couple points post timeout. 13-6. Another change up on its way, as I like to say. Keegan sets offline, and we're going to say they touched it twice. Right now, Mohawks just trying to settle down here a little bit. Soft serve on its way by design. McGuire goes for the corner, can't get to it. So, Dylan looking for the deep corner there. A little long. Defense up. Send this one, handled by Leland. He send it over to Ryan. Ryan tries to punch through the D and does. Nice swing by Ryan Fitzgerald to get the much-needed side out there. Right now the Mohawks in need of a bit of a run here. McGuire sends a short one over. Nice dig out. Big swing coming up. Big kill swing, and it's out of bounds. No touch. So McGuire picks up the point. Kellen tosses it up. They send it deep, handled nicely. Center, big swing, and Mohawks can't come up with it. Toluca tries the one-handed off the block, had no choice. Right now, NVT, Nipmuc Valley Technical, Vocational Technical, check that. Doubling up here, Mohawks 16-8 here in set one. Toss it up, here it comes. Henry, tip over the D, tips along the net, fortuitous bounce. Mohawks get the side out. Tobin will head to the service line. Halloran back into the game. Tobin will serve. See what Michael can muster here. He sends it over to the corner. Big swing, dug out terrifically by Keegan. He goes, punches it to the middle. Nice effort there. Big swing coming up, blocked up front. Get it off the block. Big swing, blocked up front. That's Pat Halloran on the kill. So the Mohawks, winners of 4 of the last 5 points, trying to get something going here. Passed up front, they clear out, big swing, and I think they're gonna say McGuire got it. He did. Just kind of put his hands up, tips off the fingers, out of bounds. So, Nipmuc in between their camera stations, comes out of there, throws it up. McGuire with the overpass. They set, corner, big swing, down the line, look wide, and it was. So Mohawks get the side out, trail by 6 here. 17-11, Kraus will head to the service line. Passed up front, blocked terrifically, Halloran and Keegan. And let's see what the call is. I'm gonna say it touched off of his hand twice. Or double touch there. Mohawks have shrunk the lead to 5. Timmy sends it over. Nice serve. Dump it over. Stuffed it back home. Can they play it off the net? Can McGuire keep it in bounds? He does. Nice defensive scramble. Big swing. Blocked up front and killed. That's Pat Halloran up to the task. 17-13. Nipmuc. See where Timmy goes here. Short pass off target. It's going to cause a short set. They punch it over, and that is going to be deflected. Goes for the block up front on the free ball. Pat unable to get both hands on it. We saw that last game. One hand, they just can't get the angle. 2 hands, he keeps it in bounds. 1 hand deflects out of bounds. Short serve. Nipmuc's featuring a couple servers who like to serve it short. Halloran stuffed up front. That's going to be a 4th touch. So a couple back-to-back points. Increase the lead back to 6, 19-13 for the Warriors. Send the serve over. Frank Toluca overpass. Can they stuff it home? No. That travels out of bounds. Judkins can't get to it. And it's the Warriors first to 20. 20-13. Head coach DeMilla will take another timeout. We'll be right back. So both teams resume action. They'll take the court. Nipmuc has the ball and a 7-point lead. Sends it over. Back to Leland. He tips over the D. Nice. And I think we're going to get centerline violation on Leland Judkins. So point to the Warriors as they close in on set number 1. Now up by 8. Largest lead of the game. Warriors send over. Good serve. High pass. Keegan chases it down. Leland off the net. You get a fortuitous bounce on that big swing and kill. So Mohawks get a much needed side out and try to cut into this lead. We'll need to right here if they're going to have a chance in set 1. Leland switches sides. Sends the floater over. They pass it up front. Cross blocked up front and down. Nice block. Henry Keegan, Pat Halloran combined. I think goes Henry with his hands on it. Leland gets a sign, sends another floater short. Cross, big swing off the block. Gets Leland a chance to it. McGuire tips over the D. Good defensive layers from the Warriors. Swing coming up. It looks long. No touch. Point to the Mohawks. 21-16. So the lead has been cut into here a bit. 3 in a row. Leland tosses it up. Nice serve. They collect it. Blocked and stopped. Keegan. Henry Keegan with the block. So the Mohawks showing they are up to the task up front. Leland tosses it up, and that is just long, a couple feet beyond the line, so service error. I see Nipmuc make a change, number 27 checking in for them. And that is Ethan Dahmer. Throws it up. That's Timmy Kroos. Halloran off the block, and it falls. Nice effort there by the libero. Number 12, Evan Donlin. So 22-18. Send the serve short. Big swing coming up and kill down the line. Number 14, Hayden Huchintara. And Hayden will go back to serve. 23, very little room for error here for you Mohawks. Saw them make a nice comeback last game. Mohawks adjust to the block. Big swing from the middle. There's a nice wrinkle in that offense. A lot of swings come from the sides in a lot of these games. Nipmuc sets the middle, not much defense there. Really gives the Nipmuc Warrior hitter some options. Where to go with the ball. He does nicely. They send it over at game point. Timmy Kroos over to McGuire. Big swing blocked, and that'll take care of set number 1. So Nipmuc, as advertised, comes in, looks strong, plays a great first set. They win 25-18. We'll switch sides and get on to set number 2 in just a moment. And we have our buzzer. We are ready to resume action. Fresh start for the Mohawks. Here in set number 2. Mohawks will get set. Tobin will come off. DeLuca will head back line with Leland and Keegan Fitzgerald, Halloran, and Dylan McGuire along the front. And we have our whistle ready to serve here. Keegan throws it up. Serve is on its way. They handle that nicely. Dump over. Dolan. Big swing coming up. Killed. And Coach DeMilla, the only one close to receiving that swing and kill. Big, strong move by Hayden Huchintara. That serve will collect the tape. Mohawks will get the side out. 1-1 here, set number 2. Right now, Mohawks need a little momentum. Very, very close to the line on the serve. They punch over. Luke is there. Kagan, no big swing, no touch. Travels out of bounds. Leland not able to follow through on that. Dolan come 40, the setter, sends it over. It's a good serve, out of bounds. So accustomed to Frank DeLuca sending good passes forward. It's rare to see one travel askew like that. See where they go again. This time it's Leland Judkins. Kagan back to Judkins, big swing. They dig it out, heading out of bounds, and it will head out of bounds. So nice swing and kill there. Tobin will head in, Halloran off. DeLuca back to serve. 3-2 here. They pass it up front. Dolan sets it across to the corner. They tip over into the D. DeLuca collects it, sends a free ball over. The defense resets. Swing coming up. They tip over the D. DeLuca. Back-to-back solid plays by the libero. That kill unstoppable. Huchintara puts that one away. Huchintara gets the whistle, surveys, tosses it up, goes down the line. Leland passes it up front to Kagan. Back to Leland, swings through and kills it. That's Dolan come 40, unable to elevate that dig. So Timmy Krause will head back to the service line with his Mohawks trailing by 1, 4-3 here, set number 2 early on. Good crowd on hand for this one. Good matchup. Big swing. Let's see, it was a touch. They say no touch. Out of bounds. Right in front of us. A lot of hands up, but I'm saying nobody got to that one, so Mohawks tie it up at 4. Timmy sends it over. 40 to the corner. They punch that over. Kagan. Leland through the block, and it's gonna head out of bounds. No! Save, beautiful save. Let's see if the Mohawks can move quick here. They do. 40 sends over the free, and Kagan with the quick non-set throws it over for the kill, and the Mohawks have the lead at 5-4. Mohawks bringing up the energy level. Nice to see. Big swing through the block. Timmy Krause gets caught leaning the wrong way, slips, gets a hand on it, can't finish it. Serve on its way. McGuire, Kagan, cross to Leland, block. That should be off the block. It is. Travels well out of bounds. Leland finishing that one. So Millis regains a lead at 6-5. Leland gets a sign from the coach, throws it up. Nice serve. They dig it out nicely. Come 40. They tip over the D. Nice little punch over, got the Mohawks up tight. Gave away a little of that early defense, and Nipmuc up to the challenge. We've talked about Nipmuc coming in 16-2, ranked number 7 in the MIAA power rankings for Division I. They have come as advertised, probably the most complete team we've seen in our coverage. Nice swing and kill. That's Dylan McGuire putting it away. Nice job by Dylan. Tobin sends the serve over. They collect that. Big swing coming up, and let's see. Kraus with a save of the year. That is Leland and Kraus. And Tobin blocks the overpass. A little bit of a scramble. Swing coming up. They punch over. Combo pass. McGuire off the block. He collects it, and they punch it over. No. I'm going to say that he palmed the ball. Hands up. I thought it was a nice punch up. Some terrific saves there. Certainly Leland to Timmy Kraus. Just so difficult. And that is going to catch the line. The honor system here without the back judges. A lot of times the coaches will confirm what the referees think they see. In that case, Coach DeMilla did, in fact. McGuire gets blocked up front. They dig it out. Kraus back. McGuire throws it deep. Nice adjustment along the back row. Big swing. They tip over. Timmy with a nice save, and they can't get it over in 3. So the Warriors with 3 points in a row take the 2-point lead at 9-7. Mohawks battling here. I love the effort. The compete level has come up. Kagan sets across. McGuire gets blocked up front. They send the free ball over. I'm going to say McGuire probably, I'm going to say he carried it. I just thought he touched it twice. Either way, Mohawks could use a side out here. Keep this game close. Try to win late. 3-point lead right now. You'd like to keep it to the 2 or 3 range. Try to win with a little momentum late. McGuire with a rare miss hit, ill-timed. And like that, the Warriors have a 4-point lead. Coach DeMilla would like that momentum to stop, so he'll call a timeout. And we will take one as well. We'll be back to the net. Thank you to the power of editing. We'll be back in 3 seconds. So you Mohawks have taken the floor. Looking for a side out here. Haller and McGuire Kagan along the front. It'll be Timmy Kraus fielding that. He passes up, Kagan dumps over quickly. They adjust. 40. With the good set there, and that is Chintara. Anytime you hear me pause, it's me thinking about how to say that name. There is a lot of letters. Talked to the coach of the Warriors, Brian Gerard, before the game. Really thank him for walking me through how to pronounce Hayden's last name. Hayden, a terrific player. I want to try to get it right. Hopefully I'm doing a pretty good job with that. Mohawks will get the side out there as Kagan takes the service line. Off the block, ball travels out of bounds. So the Mohawks trail by 4, about halfway through set 2. Kagan tosses it up. Good serve on the way. Could be an ace. Going to take the camera out, and it's going to be out of bounds. So the danger is in the small confines, the comfy confines of the Nipmuc Gymnasium is cameras along that out of bounds area are in play, or can on occasion come into play. That was number 13, Miguel Mercado. He says, hey, I'm okay, they're ready to play. Kagan tosses it up, another good serve. That's gonna catch some sailing, and it is not gonna come down. So here at the Nipmuc, not all things that go up will come down. And we have a couple air ducts that run horizontally here along the vertical of the gym floor, and occasionally a ball will go up, catch those rafters, and stay up there. That one does, unfortunate. Great serve by Kagan. There's another good one, though. Kagan bringing it. Conforti tosses it to the corner, and it's in. Conforti throws it into Coffin corner. Nice fake. Nolan Conforti, very, very good player up front for the Warriors. Looks to be in that 6'4", 6'5" category. Really gives him some options. Kagan chases that down. Short set off the block. They get to it. Conforti tries to put it away from his center position. Tough angle shot. He can't get it. Can't get through it. A lot of smiles from Dolan. See, I think my guess is tries a rare swing attempt and can't convert that one. So McGuire will toss it up. Big serve into the net. A couple inches short of the tape. So quick side out. Conforti back to the service area. Sidestep the cameras along the back. Throw it up. Travels long. So Conforti with the service error. Keep the game differential around 3. DeLuca. Frank back to serve. Takes his customary double dribbles, sends it over. Bit of a safety down the middle. Conforti to the corner. It's off target. 16 just kind of throws it over. Miles Gaikama. He'll head off. Number 17, Albert Awahamed, checks in. Albert's had a good game up front. They like to feed him the ball. He does some good things with it. Short serve, Kagan back to Leland. Swing, kills it into the chest of Huchintara. Huchintara, check that. Thinking at some point I'd make a situation difficult worse there, but Hayden, one of the several talented players for the Warriors. 3-point game remains. Timmy Kraus back to serve. Sends it up and deep. It's going to travel high. It's off target. And Conforti can't collect it. Up close to the ceiling. Didn't quite catch it, but a little bit of backspin. Pass was off target. Timmy sends it deep. That's the libero to Conforti. Conforti back set. Big swing off the block and in. Leland and Tobin try to combine. He cuts through the two of them. So Miles Gaikama sends it over. Seems to be likes that short serve. They block that up front. Leland with not a lot of room. Going to tip over this time. We'll see. No, just throws one over. Conforti with the big swing off the block, falls in. Once again, you see Nipmuc kind of imposing themselves in the middle of the set. They did this in set number 1. Were able to stretch it out. Mohawks made a bit of a game of it, but Nipmuc in control. Once again, Nipmuc in danger of doing the same here to your Mohawks. Overpass. Can they get to it? No. That is number 27, Ethan Dahmer, with the kill of the overpass. Kagan switches sides along the back. Short serve again. DeLuca to Kagan. Kagan to Tobin. He pushes that wide, no touch. And Nipmuc increases their lead to 6. DeLuca, Leland into the block and out of bounds. So Leland trying to hit through the D. Nipmuc just in terrific position. Coach Camilla will call a timeout. With the Warriors up 20-13 here in set number 2. We'll be right back. So we are ready to resume action. We have our timeout buzzer. Number 16, Miles Gaikama back to serve, tosses it up, sends a short serve over. Kagan tosses the hook over, big swing coming up. Timmy Kraus gets to that. Leland will punch that over the D. It's deflected a couple times before the free ball. McGuire to Kagan to the corner. It's a bit over. It's going to be stuffed back. That's Dolan Conforti. Check that. That is Ethan Dahmer up front. Ethan, one of the taller guys on this Nipmuc team. Bit of a bad toss on the serve. He'll just hit more of a free serve over. Leland, a little frustration swing there. Went for it from about 5 feet back. Puts it out of bounds. Ball returned by the student section. 22-13. So largest lead of either set. Kagan digs that out. Leland with the swing, and they're going to say it was touched on the way by. Could have been in. I'm not quite sure. I didn't get that call. Coach didn't make any indication, but definitely touched. A couple hands floating around it as it screamed by from Leland, who gets the kill. Now he'll serve, tosses it up, hits it deep. They play it, come 40 to the corner, and punch it up front. Kagan tries to dump over, miscommunication. Nobody takes it. Tobin in the area. So Mohawks running out of time here in set number 2. Certainly, as I said earlier, the Warriors are a complete team. This is a talented group, obviously, but the rankings and the record certainly demonstrate that. But your Mohawks at times are playing, they're up to the task. They're just not staying solid on it. That looks long. It is. Point to the Mohawks. So they let that one travel long. And you can see when the Mohawks are in system and doing what they want to do, they're competing. A lot of times it's the Warriors dictating play tonight. And they're going to field that one. Probably a bad choice over his head. And what likely would have been out of bounds turns into a service ace for Michael Tobin. So 23-16. 7-point lead. This one they will let go, and that's an ace. So they decide to let that one go. So right now the libero for the Warriors, Machado, getting fed the ball right now, and he's struggling with some decision making. Let's see if Tobin goes back to him. He will. This time he'll receive it, pass it up front. They dump over. Tobin there sends a free ball over. A nice dig. And 40 with the set. They tip over the D. Halloran goes for the big hooking kill. They're going to say he touched it twice. And with that, we are at set point. 24-17. So Nipmuc will have a few attempts at picking up set number 2. Crowd gets into it a little. Warrior crowd. Halloran off the block. They chase it down. Come 40 will send the free ball over. McGuire. And it's Henry Keegan with the swinging kill. The setter coming up big. Henry, the lone senior on this team, will celebrate senior night at our next game towards the end of this week. Hope we can see you all there. Celebrate the talented senior captain. Big chip over, Leland up front, Kagan. McGuire tips over. Warriors scramble, try to block up front, travels out of bounds. Point and game to the Warriors. So the Warriors take the first 2. This one by a score of 25-18. We'll be back in a moment or two to bring you the start of set number 3. And we are just about ready to resume action here from the Nipmuc Gymnasium on the campus of Millis High School. West Cote, Paul Ayton bringing you Mohawk volleyball. The boys are in a battle. They've dropped the first 2. They've competed in both sets. They've let some momentum moments step away for a second. Kind of trying to listen in on coaching, coaches giving the front line a little bit of last-minute coaching as the referees confirm the lineups. They're going to roll the ball in here to NVT, Nipmuc Vocational Technical. And let's see, I think Pat Halloran, Kagan, and Leland Judkins along the front with Timmy Krause, Dylan McGuire, and Frank DeLuca. And it's going to be Timmy. Big swing off the net, no block, out of bounds. So NVT will pick up that first one. And we've talked a little bit about the talent of this Warrior group. They're really, certainly as complete a team as I've had the opportunity to call all season. Mohawks knew they'd have a battle as they're going to kill that. So that's Leland, nice cross-court winner off of a nice set by Keegan. He'll take the ball, go back to serve. Ryan Fitzgerald will check in along the front. Keegan, as usual, wastes no time. This time catches the tape for the service error and the quick side out. Nipmuc will send its libero back. That's number 12, Evan Donlin. Evan tosses it up. McGuire to Keegan. Keegan to Haller, and he kills it. And it's the Mohawks who tie it up at 2 early here. Leland will go back to the service line. And I think the Mohawks got to bring some energy here. Got to stay focused for all 25. They're gonna have to play, they know they need to play their best volleyball. And 40, let's see. We're gonna get a center line violation on Conforti. Just waiting to see try to read the referee's fingers there as he puts the number up. As always, we take a minute to thank the referees, doing a good job tonight. Appreciate their hard work. Conforti with set to the middle, big swing blocked up front. The lone guy in the back gets to it. Conforti tries to stuff it home, he can't. I'm gonna say they got that over in regulation. McGuire punches through, but out of bounds. So block set up to the inside. McGuire goes to the outside, he's just wide. And number 27, Ethan Domro, checking along the front, and he brings some length and height to that front line. Mohawks will need to pay attention to where he is. 40 in the back, he's going to serve it. He sends it over to Luca, to Kiggin. Kiggin to McGuire, sends it across in the middle. Conforti set, 14 is going to put that out of bounds. So Uchintara puts that one wide. Mohawks have the lead here, 4-3. Tobin will check in as he customary rotation. To Lucas, sends a serve over. It's mishit. He'll collect the free ball over. They reset. The wire gets blocked up front. It's Uchintara. Now Albert Awahamed checks back in. This is what we talk about, kind of that deep, 7-8 deep. Nipmuc can rotate their 7, 8, 9 guys, and there's talent pretty much everywhere. That's off target. They're going to send the free ball over. A little miscommunication. They regroup. Conforti to Ahmed, and he kills it. So, Hawa Ahmed with a big swing. Nipmuc recaptures the lead at 5-4 as we go back and forth, and little misread there. I'm not quite sure I was going to go out of bounds. Leland was right along the out of bounds line. Kind of last minute decided to try to one-hand that. Turns into a service ace. Mohawks trying to fight through some inconsistent play. Kagan back. Fitzgerald, a block was set up, a little bit indecisive, and that lands in the net. Nipmuc expands the lead to 3, 7-4. Uchintara. Let's see, Kagan dumps over the free ball off the roof. That thing was skied high. Awahamed tries to flip it over, can't. Fitzgerald and Tobin up to the task. Timmy Kraus back in to serve. Mohawks trailing by 2 here, 7-5. Kraus will serve, sends it over. Toss it up front, Conforti back and killed as number 16, Miles Gaikama. Logan DeMarzo has checked in for Nipmuc. And miss hit's going to turn into another ace. Communication breakdown there for the Mohawks. Mohawks say a lot of body language here. I'm wondering if head coach DeMilla doesn't get his side out. He certainly may opt to call a timeout, try to regroup these guys. McGuire drives through off the block. Muck collects it. Set, they try to hook it down, and right now a lot going right for the Warriors and not a lot for the Mohawks. They double their pleasure at 10-5. Another short serve. Kagan, instead of setting, tries to kill it. They generate some layers there. It's going to go out of bounds. So point to the Mohawks. They get the side out. Trail by 4, 10-6. Coach DeMilla cognizant of the 2 timeouts remaining here. They want to save at least one. That's going to fall harmlessly. (11-6). I got a little confused there. The Nipmuc player kind of reached under the net like he was going to catch it. That would have been a bad idea. Pulled back at the last second. And it's going to be the Warriors who take a timeout. So, with the score 11-6 in favor of Nipmuc, they'll take a timeout, and so will we. We'll be right back. And we are ready to resume action here. Serves tossed up, and it's a good one. McGuire can't get to it. Service ace. Once again, Nipmuc doubling their pleasure, 12-6. Another nice serve. Timmy Krause sends it up front. Kagan, Tobin gets stuffed up front. And the Mohawks just trying to figure out where they can go with the ball. Team not playing with a ton of confidence. Saw a little bit of energy early. And Nipmuc went on their mid-set run as they have in both the first 2 games. Kagan's going to try to dump over. That's not going to work either. And it is 14-6. Hunter Allen will go back to serve once again. And this one starting to slip away from the Mohawks. House again. Leland, big swing, doesn't follow through, travels long, out of bounds. 15-6. Another good serve. Both teams serve pretty well. A little bit of an overpass. They collect that, dump it over, and let's see what the call is here. I'm going to say it was touched 4 times. I thought it was 2. It was a little bit of a delayed call. The ball was actually fielded by the Mohawks before they made the call. And Coach DeMilla is going to make a substitution. He'll send in number 13, Chuck Smith. Tobin will head off. Chuck sends it over. Nice serve. Conforti with the back set. And right now, Nipmuc has settled into their system, and they are executing it at a very high level. As they lead by 9 here in set 3. Certainly look posed, barring a pretty dramatic shift by your Mohawks, to sweep their way through Millis. Kagan back to Leland. Big swing. That's going to find the inside boundary. Yeah, that's in. That is absolutely in. Referees kind of looked at each other. Coach of the Nipmuc Warriors, Brian Gerard, says, yeah, that's in. Gives the referees a little help. As I mentioned, a little bit of an honor system at times with the coaches along the back lines. Kagan goes for the big serve, catches the tape. Service error for the senior. Evan Donlin back to serve. The libero for Nipmuc, and they let that travel long. Service error. Well read by Chuck. Coach DeMilla is starting to cut into his bench a little bit, and that serve by Judkins is going to be off the back of, I think, Pat Halloran. Smiles at Leland and says, hey, thanks, buddy. Probably didn't need that at this stage of this one, but Pat clapping and urging on his Mohawk teammates. Soft serve over Kagan, and they're going to say carried that. Certainly, Coach DeMilla and I don't necessarily agree with that one. Seemed like a pretty good pass. Pass it up front, very similar play. McGuire blocked up front. That is Ethan Dahmer leading the way. We've talked about Ethan, a lot of size, a lot of length. Tough to go through him. He's in good position. 40. It's a good serve. Leland into the net. All right, now the Mohawks so Nolan Conforti back to serve once again. Mohawks struggling here. Leland punches that over the D. Conforti will set to the corner. Big swing. And Coach points to the sideline, says, yes, that was in fact inbounds. Huchentara with the kill. Conforti back to the service line. All right, now NVT just going through. Conforti goes for the big serve. Big jump serve. Travels long out of bounds. Michael Tobin will check back in as Chuck Smith heads off. DeLuca will head back to the service line. A lot of frustrated looks from your Mohawks. I think they expected to have a higher compete level tonight. Certainly, Nipmuc had something to say with that, but certainly the Mohawks just did not bring their normal game. So 23-10 here in set 3. Nipmuc will zero in on their sweep. Huchentara punches it over. McGuire to Keegan, back to McGuire. Big swing. Nice dig out. Huchentara digs it out. Conforti sends the free ball over. Leland passes it up front. They set back to McGuire. He tosses it deep. Huchentara to Conforti. Conforti, they punch over the defense, and that will fall harmlessly on the Mohawk side. So we are at set and game point. Mikael Mikado with the kill. And number 17, Albert Hawa Ahmed back into the game. Huchentara to serve, tosses it way up, big swing, and I'm gonna say ace. I don't know if it was in or not, but I think Coach DeMilla has seen enough of this one, so close enough. I think probably very, very close to the line. Either way, Mohawks fall in set number 3, 25-10. They lose in straight sets to the Nipmuc Warriors tonight from the Nipmuc Gymnasium. As always, want to thank the administration, Robert Mullaney, Patrick Nash, of course, Athletic Director Derek Finney for allowing us to bring you this action. We look forward to being back with you on Thursday for our next game. It'll be senior night, and we'll celebrate the lone senior of the Mohawks, Henry Keegan. We hope if you're in the neighborhood, see this prior to that, you'll join us. For West Cote, I'm Paul Eaton. For Mills Community Media, we thank you for watching, and thank you and good night.